Welcome to Game Night Live. WJBF Sports presents local high school football live in your living room each Friday night. Game Night Live is powered by McDonald's. I'm loving it. And now, your hosts, John Hart and Ashley Brown.
Looking live at the Bird Dog capital of the world, Waynesboro, Georgia, which for all intents and purposes tonight, the high school football capital of the state of Georgia, one of the biggest rivalries in the Peach State, and a big rematch. We get our first look at the defending AA state champion Thomson Bulldogs, and you see the Burke County Bears ready to take the field here at the Bear Den in a huge rematch of a game from last year as we welcome you inside the broadcast booth here at the Burke County Stadium. John Hart joined once again by Ashley Brown, Nathan Edwards. Kara Goldstein will join us from the field in just a few moments. And AB, I'm just going to go ahead and put you on the spot off the top right now. In your weekly picks, you have Thomson winning again. Reminder for everybody out there, this time last year, Thomson went on to win the state championship. Their only loss of the season came to Burke County at the Brickyard. You like Thomson tonight. Why?
Well, Thomson lost the best player to graduation, and John Tavis Curry, the state player of the year. But Burke County lost more players. They lost three key three-year starters, their quarterback Marshall Flowers, their tailback Charlie Dorsey, a big-time defensive player Jordan Franklin, all moving on to the college level. I think that is going to be a huge factor tonight. Some inexperience maybe at certain positions for them. Thomson brings back a lot of talent. I give the edge to the Bulldogs. And
it is a brand new look for Burke County with the new coach Franklin Stevens. For more on that, to the game, maybe.
All right, let's take a look at our forward keys to the game. And we'll start with Burke County, the home team. One thing they've got to do tonight, I think they need to create some turnovers. They need some big plays. We know Thompson's capable of that. I think Burke County's going to need to get it. They seem to every time they play at home. Young, experienced players going to have to step up tonight with all those key guys graduating. For Thomson, I think the keys to the game, come ready to play. Last year in this matchup, at their home stadium, they came in flat, and it cost them. And then a heavy dose of Anthony Jeffrey and Jordan Lane, they're two talented running backs. I think that's the key for Thomson.
Down to the field for the coin toss.
Okay, first of all, I want to congratulate you guys on your state championship last year. It's a great feat. Any of y'all have any questions? No? Okay, you guys are the visitors. One of you can call my coin. Who's it going to be? You? This is a GHSA coin. That's a head, and that side's a tail. That's a tail, and that is a head. What do you want to call?
Tails.
Tails it is. I'm going to let it hit the ground. Call tails. And it came up a tail.
We want the ball.
All right, fantastic. Which goal do y'all want?
We want to defend the scoreboard.
All right, turn it back to your back to the scoreboard. You guys are facing this way. You good? You good? Facing this way. Thomson won the toss. They'll get it on this end. Let's have a good night. And here we go. We're done. We're done.
Thomson wins the toss. The Bulldogs will receive. They have taken the field. The Burke County Bears will follow shortly. Game Night Live kickoff of opening weekend continues next. And there come the Burke County Bears. for the home opener in one of the biggest rivalries, not only in the CSRA, but as we mentioned, in the state of Georgia. A lot of eyes going to be on this one across the state tonight, AB.
Yeah, I probably got more calls and texts and questions about this game than I have in a Game Night Live broadcast in a long, long time. A lot of people are going to be tuning in. Of course, it helps when you've got a defending state champion playing, but they also know that Burke County beat them last year. This rivalry, it seems like every game comes down to the final possession, a 3-point game, something like that. I think we're going to have another great game tonight. Again, the key, can some of these young guys, really on both sides, but especially Burke County, can some of these young guys step up tonight?
86 degrees at kickoff, but most importantly, 59% humidity.
I thought you were going to say, most importantly, 69 degrees in the press box.
In the press box, it's much more comfortable. Don't want to rub that into our folks in the truck and on the sidelines.
I'm sorry, guys. I apologize. That's terrible.
There we go. And the Bears stand strong on the opening kickoff.
That's a pretty good way to start the season.
Caden Braceley, the first man in for Burke County.
Yeah, Jordan Lane on the return, but he was hammered by a couple of Bears and not a whole lot of running room there on the return. Jordan Lane, a very dangerous return man, very dangerous receiver and runner. Last year had 461 yards rushing and 9 TDs on just 71 carries, and he also had a couple of touchdowns receiving as well.
Forward progress to the 20 is where the Bulldogs will start. 40th meeting between Thomson and Burke County. And specifically Burke County. It's actually the 69th meeting overall between these two communities. We'll delve into that. Burke County leads the all-time series between these two particular programs, 21-18, and on 1st and 10 from the 20. The carry goes to Anthony Trey Jeffrey. And AB, I know you are in love with this kid.
Yeah, I think he's going to have the chance to have a monster season if they make him the workhorse. Last year they really split time between all the backs. This is a guy who had 1,000 yards as the backup last year rushing. He's got those big, huge, like Saquon Barkley thighs. I think he could be a 2,000-yard rusher this year if they, let him carry the load.
Thomson again trying to replace John Tavius Curry, 1,500 yards rushing, 23 touchdowns last year. And Jeffrey will be one of the main men doing that. But on second down with the pick is Jensen Bradley.
But Thomson got it back. It was a fumble on the return. Tyrekus Jones stripped the football, and I think Jordan Lane recovered it. Watch on the replay here. Noah Story sort of threw it up for grabs. I think a receiver might have cut his route off, but watch as you see Jones come in right here and strip the football, and then Jordan Lane comes in and makes the recovery. What a huge play for Thomson. It was going to be a pick. Burke County was going to have the ball, but now they've got great field position.
Ends up being a 30-yard gain and a first down at the Burke County 40 for the Bulldogs.
Nobody happier on that play than Noah Story. Looked like he was going to have a pick on his first throw of the season. And this time it was Reynolds on the carry, junior Eric Reynolds. Jeffrey was the lead blocker there. You see what I'm talking about with Jeffrey, number 26, those ties. Looks like he could squat part of maybe the rest of the team.
And only a junior.
Yeah, that was what I was impressed by last year with Thomson. They didn't overwork their star Curry. Matter of fact, they underworked him. Jeffrey had 1,000 yards on the season last year on just 121 carries, also 18 touchdowns off the bench.
And our first flag of the night, if you were with us last night, you're familiar with that phrase.
Yeah, first game jitters last night for sure. We had flags, we had a lot of cramping, a lot of breaks in the action. What a great site, though, for football. Thomson, of course, has the Brickyard and all that tradition. And, Burke County, the facilities here, the football house, the weight room, the facilities for us, the press box. I mean, this thing it doesn't get much better.
A lot of people compare it to a small college stadium, and they're not wrong. Story overshoots his man.
Yeah, so he's had a couple of overthrows tonight, a little bit amped up for the game. We'll see two quarterbacks in the game tonight for Thomson.
Thomson coached by Michael Youngblood, 45-18 in his 6th season. But one of the running storylines in this game is the two head coaches. Franklin Stevens, the first season head coach at Burke County, Michael Youngblood, both Burke County graduates. In fact, Michael Youngblood served as an assistant under Franklin Stevens at both Tucker and Ware County. And now they face each other.
And tonight's coaching matchup brought to you by Johansson Sporting Goods, outfitting CSRA teams for over 50 years. Yeah, you mentioned Youngblood. Both these guys played at Burke County. Stevens graduated in 91, Youngblood in 97. They also both played at Georgia Southern, which is interesting, and they've both been highly successful. Youngblood 45-18 in his 5 years at Thomson with a state title. Franklin Stevens won a pair of state titles at Tucker. But also, here's what's impressive. In his first 9 years as a coach, John, 112-12. He lost 12 games in 9 years.
So that's something else to watch as we go along here. Just a lot of familiarity between these two coaches. 9:22 is the time left in the first quarter. The time on the screen is fourth down.
4th and 3
so
here.
Work to get that technical glitch out.
With Jerry Mays, the great running back who played at Georgia Tech. Terry Pettis was the big 6'5 quarterback who also played at Tech. Those Thomson teams were outstanding. Then, of course, they had that run in the early 2000s with all those great talented kids, won another title. And then, of course, they won a state title last year.
A little early one call, that's all moment for Thomson. Jameer Roberts in at quarterback. He will keep and he will have the first down. So gutsy call by Michael Youngblood early in this game.
Yeah, Roberts more known for his defensive ability, but there you see him put in at quarterback and was able to run and pick up the first down.
So fresh set of downs for the Dogs inside the 30-yard line now.
And they're going to run.
Roberts will keep it again.
Yeah, the same play. Oh, and he took a shot.
Yeah, upended.
Big hit
there.
there.
Vontae Gross, one of the first ones in.
And I think Jakari Crawford may be in there too. Now Gross got him.
Yeah, we'll give them both credit. Why not? Still a 4-yard gain, and the drive continues. And after that near pick.
Well, I said we'd see two Thomson quarterbacks. This is the third already, and this is who I was talking about, Jakias Jones, who last year he gets more snaps than the other quarterbacks, but they do split time at QB there.
Franklin Stevens didn't like what he saw, so he will call the first timeout, charge the Bears for the night. Still scoreless, 8:38 to play, first quarter on Game Night Live. .8:38 to play in the first quarter. Burke County, Thomson, Bulldogs on the move. 2nd and 6 from the 25-yard line of Burke County coming out of the timeout.
And Jakias Jones, his first snap of the 2023 season. And
so we are less than one drive in, and as you predicted, AB, we've already seen 3 quarterbacks.
That's right. Well, folks, right now at McDonald's, get any size of your favorite frozen drink, like a new Hawaiian frozen punch at any size McCafe iced coffee for only $1.89. McDonald's, I'm loving it.
It's a little chilly up here in the press box for a frozen drink.
Okay, good. I wasn't the only one that said it tonight because I was feeling bad. If John did it, I'll blame it all on him. We've been talking a lot about Thomson. One man to talk about on this Burke County defense is right in the middle of the defense, number 44, Brent Lively. Really talented player, hard-nosed, tough as can be. Last year, 113 tackles, 8 tackles for loss. He is definitely the leader on that side of the football, without a doubt.
Yeah, leading returning tackler on that side for the Bears. Third and we'll call it short, long 7, short 8, and it is complete to Kasai Jones. He'll be about a yard shy. Going to bring up another tough decision for Michael Youngblood here.
And again, Thomson just mixes the football around. It seems like they've got so many athletes they can get it to, whether it's Jeffrey, Lane, Kasai Jones, Jameer Roberts, and, of course, both quarterbacks, Jones and Noah Story.
It's a Thomson offense that averaged 2 runs for every pass a year ago, but on cue here, not afraid to air it out, and it's going to be complete and a first down, and it's Jones again.
Yeah, Kasai Jones back-to-back big plays for Thomson, and Ja'Kias Jones has come in at quarterback and given him a little lift here. He's a great basketball player as well, point guard on the basketball team.
16 yards on the pass and catch, and it'll be first and goal Bulldogs at the 7-yard line.
So many weapons on this offense. Right now, Jordan Lane is the running back.
And Lane, who rushed for 9 touchdowns a year ago, stopped after a gain of a couple here.
Yeah, Jeffrey and Lane were the second and third option at running back. They combined for 27 rushing touchdowns last year. But, you know, the one thing they miss with Curry, he was their big hitter. Jeffrey is the pounder. He's the guy you give it to, and, you know, he's going to get the tough yardage. The guy that's going to have to be their game breaker this year when they need big plays is number 7, Jordan Lane. He's an exceptional receiver out of the backfield. He can run it. He's a good return man. I think he's going to be a real key this year for Thomson. I think you know what you're going to get with Jeffrey. I think Jordan Lane's going to have to produce some big plays.
This time it's Jones, and he is hit and hit hard. And that's Jakari Crawford.
Yeah, Crawford with a nice play. That's a couple of nice plays by Crawford from his corner spot. He came up and just not afraid of being physical. And that's what Franklin Stevens wants. He was talking about that brand of football. I heard Coach Parker talking about it with really Coach Youngblood, Coach Parker, and Coach Stevens. But Franklin Stevens is a hard-nosed guy. He wants these guys playing physical football, and he certainly has to be happy with Crawford so far tonight, the way he's played.
So after first and goal from the 7, it is now third and goal from the 9.
And now Jones is lined up as a receiver. Story is in at quarterback. Little
trickery to the back of the end zone.
Probably a smart play. The coverage was there. Just threw it away. Threw it where if his receiver made an incredible catch, it's a touchdown. If not, it's just an incompletion, not throwing it away. I mean, not throwing it to the other team.
Field goal team.
So they are going to try to kick a field goal here.
So pretty nice job by the Burke County defense here, which was on its heels a little bit there on that drive. And now it'll be the freshman kicker Samuel Anderson to attempt a 26-yarder. Nothing like coming in as a freshman, your first game.
And it's no good. Did, and hard not to like Coach Parker. Great football mind and just a good all-around dude. And glad to see him kind of enjoying himself. And on social media, he's a different guy now. He's a hilarious. Where did all the humor come from?
This is Ron Cravian Gray, a sophomore on the carry. Yeah, Coach Parker co-hosted your radio show last night with our good friend Chad Cook as we were in Williston doing the Barnwell-Williston-Elko game. And first of all, you're right. He's got a future in broadcasting. I invited him to join us here in the booth tonight, but he's actually not here. He's in Atlanta attending a family function this weekend. But he said he hopes to catch up with us sometime later this season and maybe join us, and that'll be a lot of fun. But we're glad he's doing well. Second and 8 from the 22-yard line. Little trouble on the snap. They do get it away. Amir Williams, who had 8 rushing touchdowns a year ago, this time on the receiving end of the pass, and he'll pick up the first down, move the chains for the Bears.
Well, last year Williams was sort of the backup to Dorsey, But no question, he's got a lot of talent. They're going to count on him this year. Those 8 touchdowns, 430 yards, came on just 76 carries. So he is certainly a capable back, and he will be the key guy on this offense this year for Coach Stevens in Burke County.
So they're giving him the 1-2 punch of Gray and Williams. This time it's Gray, and he'll pick up 3.
And early on, keeping it on the ground.
They're going to give him 5.
Thomson does have to replace some key guys on defense, but they did bring back a few standout players. Dan Cummings, one of them up front, big fella on the defensive line. And, of course, Jameer Roberts, a leader from that defense from a year ago. Storm Hunt, who led the area in interceptions with 8.
Also in probably the top 10 of the all-area name team.
No doubt.
Along with Beans.
Beans Hunt.
Beans Hunt over at North Augusta
No
now,
relation.
formerly of Thomas Jefferson Academy. As Burke County will call its second timeout now of the first quarter. Debate in the broadcast booth here is our have conflicting rosters. So number 1 for Burke County is either Juan Cravian Gray or Amir Williams. We're going to go with Williams since he had the 8 touchdowns last year.
Yeah, I think Williams is 1, or at least he was last year.
But hey, Ron Cravian Gray, you got a couple of mentions here on Game Night Live, so congratulations, my friend. And I'm sure you'll have many more as you're only a sophomore. Either way, it's 2nd and 5.
Sean Vandiver, the quarterback, just a 10th grader. And the handoff that time was to Jeremy Richardson, number 21. I mentioned that Thomson did lose some guys, but some of the guys they brought back, Danquavius Cummings, one of the leaders, John Sallywhite, Jameer Roberts, and of course, Quatarian Hunt, better known as Storm. Those are the 4 real key guys they brought back, and those other folks in there in that starting lineup, they've got some big shoes to fill.
I thought you were going to say John Sally, which I thought was a little bit unfair.
He would be an interesting defensive lineman.
He gets a pass batted down on 3rd down. Yeah. They're going to say incomplete. Big play for the Thomson defense. We'll try to see who got their big paw up in there.
Yeah, it was.
Looked like it was Jaden Thomas.
I think it was
Thomas or Jordan Jones.
It was Jordan Jones, 56, who got it.
Jones, the leading returning tackler on this Thomson team.
I was just talking about John Sally maybe being a good guy to bat down a pass, and John said, we don't even need him. I can bat it down.
Great look in the truck from our team, Jordan Jones. So 4th down, that'll bring on the punt team for Burke County as we get near 3 minutes to play in the first quarter. Still no score.
Teams just kind of feeling themselves out a little bit. Kind of like boxers, kind of getting their range in the first round or two.
Well, good kick. Taken at the 32-yard line, and that is where the Bulldogs will set up shop. Good kick by Blake Burden. 8 here at Burke County, and talk about that Georgia Southern career. How about 2 national championships and a career record of 52-7 in Statesboro for Michael Youngblood. So he's used to winning, and he's got his offense rolling here. That is complete to Ja'Kias Jones.
Yeah, that's the backup quarterback throwing to, well, he started tonight, Noah Story, throwing to his counterpart, the other quarterback, Ja'Kias Jones, lined up at receiver. Good job just to get rid of this football thrown across his body, and a nice job elevating to make the catch. Yeah, using some of those basketball skills he has.
28-yard completion.
And, well, of course, he's been through so much over the last couple of years. Everyone was so happy to see Jones play. Had that heart situation where he collapsed 2 years ago, but was able to come back. And
of course, he received one of the highest awards you can get in high school football at our All-CSRA Awards last year for coming back from that heart condition.
Well, you see so many times that happen, and basically, I'm sure he was scared his playing days were over. But not only does he come back, but he's a starting quarterback for a state championship team, a heck of a basketball player on a region championship team. And just love seeing that and seeing him out there doing what he loves to do. That's number 5 at the top of your screen there, Ja'Kias Jones, and that we're talking about. Noah Story got the play from the sidelines, and Story started his high school career at Lakeside. He transferred over to Thomson, where he has been the last few seasons.
And under pressure does find Jones, and boy, he's got some room to run. Makes one man miss. And now it's a foot race down the sidelines, and it's going to be about a 27-yard gain for the Bulldogs inside the red zone to the 16-yard line.
Yeah, Jakari Crawford saved what could have been a touchdown because they had blocking downfield as well. And you know, that's what's dangerous about Ja'Kias Jones can line up at quarterback, but when he's not, when you put Story at quarterback, you've got another great receiver in Jones. So, again, all these weapons on this offense, if that offensive line does its job, they've got the skill players to produce a lot of points this year.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line. Murphy Auto Group first down, or in the red zone.
Well, jet sweep with Jeffrey as the lead blocker instead of running the ball, and running the ball that time was Eric Reynolds.
First time we've mentioned his name tonight.
So Reynolds with the carry.
Picked up the 6. As we tick down near the final 60 seconds of the first quarter.
Well, Burke County's defense, I know Coach Stevens is hoping they can come up with another stop. Thomson had it 1st and goal a little earlier in this game. They were able to keep them out of the end zone and off the scoreboard. So they can do it again here, 2nd and short.
And whistles blow. And Thomson wants a timeout. Talk about it. 2nd and 4 from the 16-yard line for the Bulldogs.
He wants to keep this program where Eric Parker had it and maybe even take it to another state title.
Inside the final minute of the first, 2nd and 4. And just out of the outstretched arms of Jeffrey.
He was trying to make a Willie Mays style or Jim Edmonds style catch there.
And, of course, Willie Mays made that catch off of?
Oh, gosh. I'm not sure.
I believe it's a famous line from When Harry Met Sally. Vic Wirtz.
Vic Wirtz, I do remember Vic Wirtz.
Just a little. That's not the trivia question. We'll get to that in the 3rd quarter.
Well, I'm 1-0 man, so worst case I do is leave here tonight.
Playing with house money. 3rd and 4. Jeffrey on the carry.
Oh, look at that.
Green space in front of him. Touchdown, Thomson.
The first of what will probably be many touchdowns this year for that young man. A heck of a running back. He's already getting looks from some major D1 programs. He's got that low center of gravity, so strong with those big legs, and into the end zone for the touchdown. And boy, look at the reaction from Noah Story. Nobody happier than him, and there we go. So Thomson on the board.
And Anderson for the point after. And the Bears get in there.
Yeah, they blocked it.
We'll try to take a look and see who got a hand on it. It looked like Hashim Rouse might have been the first guy through, but we'll take a look at it. So it'll remain 6-0. There we go. And it was not Rouse. It was
Number 9, maybe Jordan.
Darius Jordan, a junior lineman, first man through. So kicking problems for the Bulldogs, but the offense is clicking, and it's 6-0 Thomson. 18 touchdowns a year ago for Jeffrey, his first in 2023 from 9 yards out.
Yeah, Anthony Jeffrey. Remember the name, folks. He goes by Trey, and he's one of many talented guys. But, that's what Thomson was able to do last year. In the 5 playoff games, John Tavis Curry had more carries than he had in the 10 regular season games. They were able to rest him because they had leads, but also they were able to spread the wealth. But in those 5 playoff games, I said this last night, it is unbelievable what he did. 77 touches, 1,254 total yards, 16 touchdowns, state player of the year and state champion John Tavis Curry. unbelievable. And that playoff run he went on is going to be talked about for a long, long time in Thomson, Georgia.
And he has gone the junior college route.
Yep.
Might be a name we will hear in a couple of years.
Well, the player he reminds me of most also did that, and that's Tyreek Hill, also a Georgia native. And he's got that kind of quickness. It's just a matter now of can he get a little bigger, a little stronger. And
let's see how the Bears respond in a nice return up to the 28-yard line.
yeah, that was Gray, Rondarius Gray with the carry there.
And we'll keep it here for the final 36 of this first quarter. These two teams first met way back in 1915. In fact, November 16th, 1915. And I mentioned at the outset of the broadcast that Burke County leads the all-time series with Thomson 21-18. But you also have to include, or at least I do, Waynesboro High School before that. So technically, this is the 69th meeting between these two communities. And overall, it is Thomson with a 37-29 lead and 2 ties. I don't think they're not keeping count.
They definitely are. And another nice run there.
Jeremy Richardson.
Yeah.
As Franklin Stevens continues to provide multiple running backs and different looks on offense. And that'll be a first down for the Bears up to the 43-yard line.
Good blocking all the way around the backs, the linemen, just a good job, executing that play. Well-coached football teams on both sides here for sure tonight.
Final snap of the first quarter. I jinxed us. Instead, it'll be a timeout Thomson. So both coaches utilizing their timeouts here in this first quarter. That'll leave the Bulldogs with one as well.
Interesting timeout there. He really didn't need to use it. Burke County was going to let that clock run out.
Yeah.
So the Bulldogs come back out on the field. 5 seconds left in the opening quarter. Thomson leading by 6 to nothing. On this opening weekend, last night we were in Williston, South Carolina, where Barnwell put on an impressive performance. New coach Brian Smith's debut, 40 to nothing a win, and tonight it's the Bulldogs of Thomson out to a fresh start. But here come the Bears, and there goes Sean Vandiver on the keeper across midfield and up to the 35-yard line in Thomson.
Yeah, terrific play there, reading that by Vandiver. Fake to the running back. Both defenders went after the back. He was able to pick up nice yardage. You got to love Coach Smith, though, from Barnwell. I had not left the stadium. I'd been gone 5 minutes, and he's already texting me. Yeah, don't you? You just had a game. Enjoy it.
This is the long bus ride. It's 8 miles back to Barnwell. All right, we're through one quarter here at the Bear Den. Thomson 6, Burke County nothing on Game 9 Live. Second quarter begins in Waynesboro, and the Bears on the march in their den.
Yeah, great matchup tonight. Two great programs. Thomson, 34-5 over the last 3 years with a state title. Burke County has made the playoffs 16 straight years.
Of course, all of that coming under Coach Eric Parker. And after a short gain on first down, we'll get you our QBs by the quarter, brought to you by Ace Culpepper Hardware.
Yeah, for Burke County, Sean Vandiver, 1 of 2 for 10 yards. He had a 20-yard run as well. And then on the Thomson side, Noah Story, 2 of 4 for 55 yards. Jakias Jones, 2 of 3 for 20 yards passing. I didn't give you all of the Thomson guys because I didn't want to take 30 minutes here that have played quarterback.
I was going to say, Ace Hardware is going to get their money's worth on the QBs by the quarter tonight. A lot to keep up with.
Yeah, we knew we would see Jones and Story. I didn't know we'd see Roberts, who they put in there to run the ball a couple of times. Big running back here up the middle. It's a different back.
And it's Chris Flerney, a sophomore.
Big old boy there. That's a big 10th grader running the football.
Yeah, that gives you flashbacks of who they had here for 3 years.
Yeah, Charlie Dorsey.
Amari McAllister was hanging on for dear life there. Brought him down, but not before first down at the 26-yard line.
Chris Flournoy, yeah, that's a big young man there. Just a 10th grader. He looks like he should be blocking for the running back, not running the ball.
Well, we've talked about the state-of-the-art weight facility they have here at Burke County.
He's put it to use. Vandiver keeps this one on the fake to Flournoy.
Yeah. Almost to the red zone. They're going to mark him down at the 21-yard line after a gain of 5.
He's starting to feel himself. His first high school start, just a 10th grader. And matter of fact, both 10th graders in the backfield on that play. Flournoy, the running back, and Vandiver, the quarterback, and starting to get a little more comfortable. Looks like maybe a quick snap here. No, but think it over. Got Lively in the backfield as a blocker.
And a flag comes in on the far side. And you heard Nathan say false start.
I don't think
False start on the offense. Down remains second.
I think they saw some in the defense they didn't like, and there was some confusion. You see them now, they're looking over at the sidelines. Lively's going to come out of the game.
It was a unique formation. You mentioned Lively in the backfield.
Three running backs side by side in the backfield. Now they'll have Flournoy back there.
So back to a more traditional set on 2nd and 10.
They faked it to Williams.
Vandiver needs help. Vandiver going to get dropped.
Yeah, if he'd had a little more time, there was a receiver popping open, but just didn't quite have enough time to set up and throw.
Amari McAllister on the stop.
Yeah, they're trying to throw that post to the pylon, but rolling that direction is too tough to get his body turned around to be able to throw it.
Yeah, and he had his second option. He had 2 receivers in the left flat, but just again unable to get enough time to set up and throw at all.
Loss of 4 on the play brings up 3rd and 9 from the 25-yard line.
If he does throw, he might not want to throw it towards that guy to force. Storm Hunt, 8 interceptions last year.
Yeah, I had to do a double take when I saw that. In high school, that's a lot.
That is a lot.
Speaking of 8, Vandiver chased. Down he goes on the sack. Rashad Lewis.
Yeah, Rashad Lewis. They got several guys that some guys just look like players, and Lewis is one of them. Watch him come there, fight off the block, and I got a feeling the running back's going to get an earful on that one from Coach Stevens. That was Hires, I believe, in there as running back.
But boy, that was a textbook tackle.
Yeah.
That'll make a defensive coach very happy. So what looked like a promising drive for the Bears is going to stall here. And now they'll try to flip the field and pin the Bulldogs deep with 8-11 and now less than that. Snap is dropped, picked up. And what a great roll down inside the 10-yard line. They'll mark it out right at the 10, and that's exactly what Franklin Stevens and the Bears needed.
Yeah. Well, the offense showed some, ability to move the football there on that possession.
So 8 minutes to go in the first half. 6-0. Thomson leads Burke County. Welcome back. You didn't miss anything. A 2-yard run by Trey Jeffrey has Thomson 2nd and 8 from its own 12-yard line.
And they get it out in the flats of the lane. He can be dangerous with that speed. He's going to pick up about 5.
Markel Kelly on the stop for Burke County. 10 tackles for loss a year ago for Kelly. First stop of the night for him in 2023. And that'll bring up 3rd and 4.
This is a big defensive possession here for Burke County. At least, if you can force Thomson to punt from back on this side of the field, get good field position, maybe get some points. And
3 wide to the left, but they're going to run it. They're going to get the first down up across the 25-yard line.
Yeah, Jeremy Richardson brings down Jones, but not before he's able to pick up the first down easily.
Needed 4, got 9. 1st and 10, moved the chains for the Bulldogs.
Lifelink of Georgia, first down.
And if you weren't with us last night, we welcome them to our wonderful family of sponsors from Game Night Live this year. Couldn't do it without them. Again, 3 wide on the near side, 1 to the right for Thomson. Story looks like he wants to air it out, will air it out, and it will be almost picked off in and out of the hands of Jeremy Richardson.
Yeah, Richardson had a chance there at the pick.
You can see that one coming the whole way.
Yeah.
He said to throw it back to the middle of the field. That's just a huge no-no for a quarterback.
Well, it's just, he missed his receiver by about 6 or 7 feet there. He's rolling when he's moving. He has not been accurate. When he's able to set up and throw the football, he can be very accurate and be very dangerous.
Some more trickeration from Michael Youngblood.
Oh, look at the speed there. That is Eric Reynolds, his third carry of the night. And
he'll move the chains.
you pitch it to one speed burner, he pitches it to another. And yeah, Reynolds turned the corner there, got a good block from the quarterback. Jackias Jones out there is the lead blocker.
14 yards on the pickup and a first down up to the 39-yard line as the Bulldogs on the move once again.
And now Jeffrey back in there in the backfield with Jones. They faked a little screen to him. Now Jones is going to run it.
Yeah, Jones tucks, Jones keeps, and Jones will pick up first down up across midfield. Bulldogs into Burke County territory. First down at the 47-yard line.
Yeah, Jones has been talked about, kind of like Jeffrey. Jones, since he was a middle schooler, they've been waiting on him, and he had such a good, flashes of brilliance as a sophomore. Had the situation with the medical situation, but man, you see him now. He's in full control when he's out there, and the luxury of being able to take him out and put it in Story. If you're Thomson, you got to love that.
Yeah, Youngblood continues to rotate the quarterbacks each drive. That's going nowhere.
And pride for life. When you become a Guard soldier, your family will thank you, your country will thank you, and your future will owe you.
Pretty big third down here for Thomson. Story across the middle. Incomplete. Big stop by the Burke County defense. Jeremy Richardson got there and broke up the pass. And so now,
decision time for Thomson.
yeah, we'll go ahead and give an extra Ken Nugent one call, that's all moment.
This
You got to go for it that spot of the field. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a pretty easy decision with a missed field goal and an extra point already.
2:47 left in the first half.
What do you draw up here? It looks like Story is in. So
I would, this is one of those situations, I would roll the quarterback out, give him some options. Tuck and run if you need to, but if Story's the quarterback, looks like they're going to throw.
yeah, he's more of your drop back passer, and that's what he's going to do here. Although now he's going to
he will
run,
tuck.
He is going to be brought down. Lively and company.
A whole host of
Also,
blue.
great stand by that defense, the second one of the night.
So 2:39 for the Bears to go 68 yards. They're going to try to bite off a whole bunch of it on first down, and they've got it. And they've got 6. Touchdown.
Sean Vanderbilt with a beautiful throw.
Rondarius Gray.
What a throw by Vanderbilt.
68 yards for 6. Burke County on the board.
You can't throw it any better. That's just beautiful throw. And the defender was just a step or two too late.
He threw it where only his guy could get it.
Gorgeous pass and catch. And just like that, Burke County is in the lead at home late in the first half over Thomson. Thanks to those defensive stops, they gave their offense a chance.
Oh, you already counting this one?
Counting this one?
Blake Bird
Thank you, Blake.
was
Blake.
35 for 38 on PATs last year. I didn't want to say that, but you went ahead and did
I
it
gave
for
it to
me.
him. I gave it to him.
Fortunately, it's up and through for Burke County, and the Bears do take the lead 7-6, just like that. Wow, what a turn of events.
That was, well, and I love the play call. Again, the defensive play call, like Nathan pointed out, and then right off that, they go for the jugular with the deep pass. And that's something we haven't seen them do tonight. And the receiver able to get behind the defender, and the quarterback Vanderbilt had time to throw, and he made a beautiful pass.
Well, the Bear Den had kind of gone into hibernation a little bit, but now, and the ball is loose.
Wow, Trey
Thomson on
Jeffrey.
it. Avoids complete disaster there.
Yeah, he saves them there because that would have been really bad. You give Burke County the ball almost in the red zone with 2:27 to go.
But it is a rowdy group here
Well,
with 2:27 to play.
I said Thomson didn't come out flat, and they didn't. But do you feel, even though that's just one score, do you feel a little maybe deflated there? I don't know.
We're about to find out in the next 2 minutes
out.
and 27 seconds.
Yeah, this is a team that's won 14 in a row going back to last year, including the state title, and they hadn't been in this position very often. They did have some tight games. One of them, Laney, gave them a duel last year that was a 1-point game, but let's see what they can do here.
Well, it's going to be interesting with this year's team because, like you've said before, they always just turn to Curry, waiting for him to make a play to turn a game.
Well, Thomson also went a stretch last season where they gave up 9 points in 6 weeks. So they're not used to giving up points, period.
There, Jones, not a whole lot of running room. You're right, though, Nathan, the big hitter, if they have a big hitter, it's probably Jordan Lane. Whereas, like I said, Jeffrey more of a workhorse, kind of a battering ram, although he can break free, had a couple of long runs in their scrimmage. So did Jordan Lane, for that matter. Right now, Burke County on top.
And the Bulldogs taking their sweet time here inside the final 2 minutes.
Don't have any timeouts. He can't take a timeout.
Yeah, he was trying to look to the sidelines to take one, and
That'd be a delay of game.
Yeah, they'll have to take
game.
delay of game, which will lose the yards, but gives them the time to regroup, which is clearly
Down
what he's looking
remains
for.
second.
So 2nd and 15.
Yeah, Thomson doesn't look to be in any hurry here with neither team having a timeout left.
So now the Bulldogs with Jones will try to answer, and again, almost picked off.
Yeah.
That was Damon Jackson.
Incompleted. You know, the first quarter, Thomson looked like they were moving the ball pretty effortlessly. But a couple of nice stops by Burke County. You know, they kind of a bend, don't break defense, and then their offense makes a play, and the whole complexion of the game has sort of changed. It's obviously a lot of time to go. It's a 1-point game, but Burke County certainly still in momentum.
And that clock stops with 89 seconds left here in the first half. So now you get a stop on third down if you're Burke County. You're going to have decent field position in more than a minute.
You'd think you got to run the football here.
Story back in.
Gonna run a trick play. Well, it's a run.
It is a run. It's not going to be a first down. It's going to be about 8 yards short. He did run out of bounds. Clock stops. 83 seconds left.
Yeah.
That's, again, aware. Got to be aware there.
Yeah,
stay in bounds and run that clock. But
that's really poor clock management there at the end of the half.
Nathan's email is Edwards.
Truth hurts sometimes, John.
Don't we know it?
Well, I mean, Eric Parker's probably going to say, Coach Stevens keeps talking about changing everything. I went to the playoffs 16 years in a row. What's he talking about?
And they come after the punt, and they got it.
My goodness.
And it's going to be down at the 2-yard line. The Bears come out of there with it.
Well, the man that recovered it, is that Amari Williams?
We have a debate
roster,
on the numbers, 1 versus 2. We have 2 different sets of rosters.
Either
way, we believe it's Amari Williams who came out of there with it.
Either way, Burke County gets the block and they get the football.
And this last minute has been complete disaster for Thomson. And what a turn of events for the Bears.
Talking about the game changing on one play.
The 68-yard touchdown pass to Gray has completely changed this ballgame.
Well, and the defensive stops, and then the special teams with the big block there. And, of course, Thomson with the missed, PAT and the missed field goal.
On 1st and goal from the 3, it's 6 for the Bears.
Wow, what a turn of events. I'm going to let you make the call.
And again, look, folks.
Ronquavian Gray or Amari Williams. Now, again, Williams last year was running back and he was number 1. But I will say this. I thought he was smaller than the number 1 this year. Did he move to number 2? We'll find out during the break from maybe another.
We'll have Kara Goldstein investigate at halftime. And the extra point is up and good off the foot of Blake Burden, and it is 14-6 Burke.
Quarterback on a quarterback draw or something. See if he can break one and get up near midfield and then make a decision.
Whole bunch of receivers, but they'll keep it tight. Jordan Lane, and a pick of about 6 inside the final minute now. We'll give him 7.
Yeah, he made a nice little spin to make the first man miss.
Dogs moving in a hurry, and maybe a little bit too much of a hurry as flags come in.
The offense, down remains 2nd.
Well, that didn't hurt him. I mean, it stopped the clock.
If you don't have a timeout, that's 2nd and 3 becomes 2nd and 8.
Yeah, that's the old runoff in college and NFL there.
Yeah.
Good gain and a first down up across the 40 to the 41-yard line. Again, no timeouts, so the Bulldogs will have to hurry.
Clock will stop to move the chains. That was a good throw and catch from Jones to Sinkfield.
1st and 10 from the 41.
That flag down.
Comes down. 20 yards worth of penalties.
So I think the call was actually it was illegal touching because he went out of bounds and caught the ball, but I would have thought it would have been just one of the penalties, not both of them.
They'll play it safe with 18 seconds left in the first. And that should be the final snap.
Well, Jones was trying to get another play off, but they're not going to be able to.
Nope. We're going to go to triple zeros.
Wow, what a second quarter for the Bears.
Wow, you see that Burke County team fired up to get to the locker room, and they should be. What a last couple of minutes of this second quarter for Burke County, as the Bears will take a 14-6 lead into the locker room. So, we'll take time out as you see both teams leaving the field, and we'll come back to the Eichholz Law Firm halftime show with Kieran Goldstein. Your score at the half: Burke County Bears 14, Thomson Bulldogs 6.
Here in a second if I can.
As you can see, Burke County really, really loves football, but they also really care about their community, and there's a lot that they are doing to better the area around them. With that, let's take a look at our school.
If you want your child to kind of figure out, hey, what do you want to do? Burke County High School is the place to be.
We think that a student is most successful in school when they are actively engaged.
Our main goal is to prepare our children for their best future, and we can watch Burke work.
And it's through our curriculum of chorus and band and drama and visual arts that we provide hands-on opportunities for students to be engaged in performance-based enrichment opportunities.
We have a lot of pathways for the students to choose from. And our primary thing is to make sure our students are ready for the workforce. Day one after graduation, or going to a job and filling in an application and say, hey, I'm ready to work. And we do that by making sure our students is grounded in technical skills, workplace skills, and personal skills.
Our focus is mainly on literacy. Our big plan is to raise the literacy in our county. We also offer lots of opportunities here at Burke County High School for work-based learning and dual enrollment.
Many of the lessons that students learn in these courses they take with them long after high school. Lessons on innovative thinking, collaboration, cooperation, and advancements through leadership opportunities that the clubs and organizations provide.
We get a lot of hands-on training. In our department, we also have our students come in and bring other colleges in, like Tulsa Welding School, Lincoln Tech, UTI, Wild Tech, Nashville Obesity.
Here at Burke County High School, we have one of the best CTAE departments: career, technical, agriculture, and education. We have power and energy, we have agriculture, we have healthcare, science, we have criminal justice, We have cybersecurity.
We try to push our students, so if they're not going to a four-year university, we can get them in a technical school. We've had over 60 go to Nashville All-Adisa College. We've had over 100 go to Augusta Tech.
Here, my department is over helping kids recover credits that they need to graduate. Once they recover these credits to help them get back on track, we move them back to the physical classroom. Our program originated to help students that had extenuating circumstances recover credits to get back on track for graduation.
And so what we want to do is, increase the visible learning, because that's the district's initiative, increase the visible learning for our students and make them have a sense of belonging.
Since 2018, our gospel choir has been going out into the community and serving and singing. Our after-school art club is involved in service-oriented projects through a mission of uplifting others and giving back through art with a purpose. We value the arts, and we think that together we arts better.
Another very hard-working group at Burke County is the band. They're performing at halftime right now behind me. So without further ado, let's take a look. Here with me on the sidelines is Shika and Sheila from McDonald's. And now, can you tell me how you got started with McDonald's?
Yes, I got started at McDonald's 18 years ago. Currently, I'm in Augusta, but I stay in Thomson as well.
And I started about 14 years ago. I live in Thomson, and I work for the Thomson McDonald's.
And I know that McDonald's does a lot for the kids in the community. Can you tell me a little bit about the involvement with high school kids?
Yes, we have a lot of high school kids that works for us, and we enjoy working with them as well, and we come out to the games with them as well, so we enjoy them a lot.
I actually have one of them that's on the football team, and yeah, we have many that work with us.
And what is your favorite part about being able to give back to the community?
Just being able to be here for the kids, letting them know as well. We offer the scholarships when they go to school as well. As long as they work 3 to 6 months with us, we offer scholarships, so that's something great that we do for the kids as well.
Yes, the scholarships, watching them grow into young adults.
Thank you so much for your time, ladies. We really appreciate it. We'll be right back. Here with me now I have Maisha, and Maisha works for the Department of Georgia Health. Can you tell me a little bit about the impact that the Georgia Department of Health has on the community?
Yes, so currently I am the new family planning educator for the Department of Public Health, and we do a lot of outreach services for the community. Some of the outreach services that I particularly do is I go out into the community and I provide educational material and information to help to assist to let people know that, hey, we're here. We have 13 counties, and if you need any information pertaining to the Department of Public Health, you may go onto our website.
And that's really important for everyone, but also for high schoolers being here part of Burke County. Can you tell me a little bit about the impact that you specifically want to have on the high school students?
Yes, so we do provide services such as annuals, and we do provide sexually transmitted disease types of testings and whatnot, and we provide different types of counseling services at the health department.
Very important work. Thank you so much for your time. Guys, we're going to send it back up to you in the booth. John, AV, take it away.
Kara, thanks. The Eichholz Law Firm halftime show rolls on from the Bear Den, and we'll get you those QBs by the quarter for quarter number 3 as we wait for the teams to come back out for the second half.
Yes, so for Thomson, it was kind of a two-headed attack there. We had Jones, 7 of 9 for 63 yards passing. Trevor Story, 3 of 7 for 59 yards. Did have that one interception early in the game. And for Burke County, Van Dever, 2 of 3 for 78 yards and a touchdown. But Jones kind of doing a little bit of everything, catching, running. He's got 146 all-purpose yards for Thomson.
Yeah, Jones, running the football, he's done okay, but he's thrown it for over 50 and he's caught over 50 yards. So pretty big game for him so far.
Yeah, QBs by the quarter brought to you as always by Culpeper Ace Hardware, Culpeper Lumber Ace Hardware. And as the Thomson Bulldogs slowly make their way back onto the field here, the turf in Waynesboro, let's take a look at the first half stats. And these really changed in the last couple of minutes of the second quarter.
Well, yeah, I mean, the first quarter, Thomson moved the ball pretty much at will, but they just couldn't put a lot of points on the board. But you see, they still, again, Thomson leading in passing yards by almost 50. Of course, Burke, a lot of that came on the touchdown. But a little surprised that Thomson has 50 more, passing yards than they do rushing yards. They always have been able to run the football. Turnovers are even. The time of possession, look at that. They've had the football more than double the amount of time of Burke, and yet they're down by 8 points.
Quality over quantity.
Yeah, penalties not a huge factor, except for a couple of Thompsons came in key spots, which hurt into drive. So that does play a factor. Burke County's played a pretty clean football game. I know Coach Stevens will be happy about that.
Bears leading at 14-6 and returning to the field. So those are the numbers. Let's show you the images that go with those numbers in our first half highlights.
And let's take a look here. Burke County, their quarterback, Sean Vandiver, rolling out and just nowhere to go, brought down. Big sack there for Thomson. Like I said, Thomson came out in this first quarter and looked like they were going to kind of have their way. Here's Ja'Kias Jones, the outstanding QB, with a nice run, short yardage. And they're a little trickery. They did the fake and got it to Eric Reynolds, and Reynolds showed some speed as he got to the outside.
Reynolds had 22 yards rushing in the first half.
Yeah. And you see it there again. And here Jones stepped up into the pocket and threw. That ball was tipped, but it was caught by Kasai Jones. And then Burke County gets the ball, and here's the big play. Vandiver.
This changed everything.
Yeah, DeGray for the long touchdown, and Burke County took the lead there, and they added a score after that.
So we're 14-6 is where we stand, and the Bears will help get the second half kickoff when we return. Thanks for watching the Eichholz Law Firm halftime show. Second half kickoff is next.
panning out for them.
We will see the Irish later this season on Game Night Live and the Wolfpack. But in the meantime, let's get the second half started. Burke County receives the opening kickoff. And a good return up across the 30-yard line. Good start for the Bears.
Absolutely. You're up, you get the ball, and you get a nice return. And look who it was. It was Gray. We had not heard of him until a game last year where he had a long punt return for a touchdown. And he's been a big play guy tonight with the long touchdown catch and a nice return on the kickoff there.
So 1st and 10 from the 36 is where the Bears will set up shop.
And if you're Thomson, you just need some playmakers to step up and make some plays, maybe on defense, whatever. Something's got to turn the tide here because Burke County seized control of this game momentum-wise in that second quarter.
Yeah, you would think the Bulldogs, it's early in the third quarter, but the stop would be key here, says Captain Obvious.
Oh, wow. Wow, early
contender
leader.
for Georgia Health District hit of the game.
Oh, my.
Lumber laid
by
Cervantes Felts. It was definitely Felts.
Wow, watch this hit. And that is textbook.
Yeah.
Got his head to the side, laid the shoulder in the gut. What a hit there by Felts.
Put an asterisk by that one in the truck.
I was talking about, again, they've got a number of guys. Look at the athletes, 27 and 9, and Felts, and then 12 Roberts. Just a bunch of athletes on that side of the ball for Thomson. Big hit there. And Vandiver, I think he completed it.
Vandiver completes it.
That's great.
Going to still be about a yard shy of the first down, but it'll bring up 3rd and short.
Gray, I think he thinks he had a first down, but they're going to be short, so it'll be 3rd down.
Gray, who you saw in the halftime highlights, 60-yard touchdown reception in the closing minutes of the first half.
He's got some wheels. There's no doubt about that.
Bears run up to the line. I think Vandiver's trying to draw him off. But instead will sneak, and he will have. First down, Bears.
Oh, the ball came.
Thomson says they have it, but I believe that's going to be down, and it's going to be a first down for Burke County.
Coach Youngblood is not happy about something.
He's probably not happy they blew the play dead because it would have been a touchdown for Thomson. Roderick Jackson, the man who picked up the football.
I think he wanted a formation or a false start because he was on him from the snap.
Yeah. Well, they ran that formation again with the 3 running backs side by side in the backfield. They get the first down on the quarterback keeper. So Burke County just keeps plugging along here against the defending champions.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line. And another big gain.
Yeah. Nice run. So Burke County, and there's going to be a penalty flag on Burke, so holding.
You're in the bird dog capital of the world. And they'll go right back to him. And he'll have another big gain across midfield, close to the first down. Needed 20 and picks up about 18 of it.
Well, I love the hustle off the field. Coach Stevens was talking about the hustle. And, watch this. As he got up, lost his helmet, he ran off the field. He wants to get that helmet back on and get back in there. Nice run.
Into Thomson territory at the 44-yard line.
So Richardson in it, running back now, and he's going to be brought down with – going to lose yardage there. Up front for Thomson making the play that time was number 76. That's Ernest Hall.
So now 3rd and call it a long 2.
I tell you, this Burke County team, they lost a lot last year, but they came out ready to play tonight. First quarter was a little slow. But, man, since then, they have looked very good. Vandiver handed it Lively up the middle.
Lively for the first down. reminds me, who does he remind you of with that number 44?
Mr. Douglas.
Brendan, yeah.
I could say Brendan Douglas. I was thinking more Tom Rathman.
There you go, yeah. Not the same number, but 40.
No, but
Mike Allstott.
Yeah, Allstott.
Yeah.
Just that same build, same style of running.
But like I said, again, this is one of those weird things. You know, Thomson in the first quarter looked like they could move the ball anytime they wanted to, and now all of a sudden they're kind of on their heels as Burke County is moving it.
Fresh set of downs from the 42.
And that was Flournoy in there, and he was hit by number 35 for the Bulldogs. That is Jamarian Barnes. Barnes with the nice play.
But if it's hard for us to keep up with all the different backs that Burke County is cycling in and out of the game, imagine trying to keep up with it from the other side of the field. Some more fresh legs in for the Bears. Again to the air. Again, he's got his man, this time broken up. He was looking for Gray again. They connected on the 68-yarder earlier in the game.
Yeah, Vanderbilt put a little too much air under that, and it allowed Hunt to come over and make the play. If he leads the receiver a little bit more, that's probably a touchdown. So Hunt came over and made a nice play. But you'll watch, he threw this one a little high, put a little too much air under it, and it allowed the defenders to get there because Gray had a step. So he had to come back and wait on it, and that allowed Hunt to get in there and make the play. But Gray, his speed, he can get behind anybody.
Phelps was in there again for Thomson as well. It's his second big play of this third quarter.
It would be shot for Gray to have one of those seasons where he has an average of 26, 30 yards of reception.
Yeah. They're looking to throw again downfield.
Vandiver scrambling. Makes the first miss, not the second. Jordan Lane on the tackle. Or not Jordan Lane, sorry, that was Tariqus Jones.
So Burke on the move. Man, this has been an impressive start, but it looks like it might stall unless they can. And they're going to punt it away. So Franklin Stevens going to use his kicking game. He said, keep winning the kick. You know, he said about the kicking game, and this wasn't just talking about field goals and extra points. He wants the punting team to pin this ball back, and it's going to be inside the 10.
And indeed he will. Another great punt by Blake Burden will pin the Bulldogs inside their 10-yard line. 14-6, Burke County leads, but Thomson gets their first shot of this second half after this. One loss last year was to Burke County. Then they ran 14 straight, won a state title. If the Bulldogs were to lose tonight, if you're a Thomson fan, could you stomach losing to Burke County 2 years in a row? And here we go. Is this going to be a 95-yarder? Whoa, touchdown saving tackle.
That was Jeffrey that broke free. Surprised they didn't get a call for a face mask at the end of the play. Let's see if he got the mask or just tackled him up high. Yeah, he just grabbed the helmet. Whoa, a nice run, though.
33 yards for Jeffrey.
I'll let you finish the thought
on
what
Jeffrey
Nathan
so
was saying.
rudely interrupted.
Yeah.
So anyway, if you're a Thomson fan, would you be okay losing to Burke County 2 years in a row if it meant you go on to win 14 straight now and win
100%.
another state championship. I think I take the state championships.
Of course you would.
Okay.
I'd lose to Burke County every year for the rest of existence if you gave me a state championship every
no matter how much
8
it
to 10
hurts,
years.
because they're still going to lord that over you. You know that.
That's fine. I'll just show them my championship ring.
Jeffrey again on 2nd down.
Well, I said this at halftime to Nathan, and I'm going to say it now. I would have a hefty dose of Jones at quarterback, and when I ran the football, it would be going to number 26. That is what I would be doing if I'm Thomson. And Jeffrey with 2 nice runs to start the half for him offensively. But Jones was so effective at QB, but you do have an added receiver in Jones when you put Story in at quarterback. So.
And again, as well as Burke County has played, this is just a one-score game.
Yeah. Well, because, again, in the first quarter, Thomson really dominated.
Play clock down to 4, 3. Story, play blown dead.
I think a timeout.
Thomson will take a timeout. That'll give us a chance to get to America's favorite game show, our BrandSmart USA trivia question.
I noticed tonight you didn't say you took it easy on me.
Tonight, you're either going to feel really good about it or really bad about it. So everybody knows we're in the bird dog capital of the world, right?
Yes.
Waynesboro, Georgia. Did you know that Thomson is known as the camellia city of the South? There's a beautiful camellia, lovely
flower. Ask me a trivia question about flowers?
Sort of.
Oh, God.
Which hole at Augusta National Golf Club is named Camellia?
I think I might know this.
And the truck says I should give you choices. I don't think I should.
No, absolutely not.
I think he said 18 choices.
No.
Oh, he said 18 choices.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't give me any choices.
All right.
I don't want
I'll tell you, it's not 12. I'll give you that. There's your hint.
Thank you.
AB's walked this hole enough in his life. You got to know.
All right. Give you all a chance to think about that. We'll have the answer in the 4th quarter. And if you weren't with us last night, welcome BrandSmart USA to trivia question this year. AB was 1-0. Last night the trivia question was, I've already forgotten.
It was Raphael Bush. Which team did he initially sign with in the NFL?
Out of college, the Williston Elko great.
And he's trying for a perfect season.
It's going to be tough. That's a tough one. I think I can get this one.
Speaking of tough, 3rd and short. Going to be a 1st down and then some.
That's Jones again with a nice run.
Ja'Kias Jones, who did just a little bit of everything in that first half. 55 yards receiving, 28 on the ground, threw for 63, or 73, I should say, of 68 of it coming on the, or 63. I can't even read my own writing. Anyway, you get the point. He did a lot in the first.
Well, Thomson, this has been the best drive they've had since the first quarter.
And it comes at perfect timing into Bear territory. Jones over the middle.
And then out of the hands of
looking for the Jones to Jones connection has worked well for Thomson tonight. Now Jones, the other Jones is down and slow to get up. And if you were with us last night, we had in the second half things ground to a halt with the number of penalties and cramps and injuries, but it looks like Jones is going to be all right. Jogs off under his own power.
I think that might have been a cramp, but I hate to speculate. But this early in the season, second half, limping off like that, probably a cramp.
2nd and 10 from the 45 of the Bears. And it's Jeffrey. Big hole. Jeffrey, 1st down. 16-yard gain inside the 30-yard line.
Yeah, just good blocking up front, and Jeffrey, picked his hole and took off. Nothing fancy about it. I really like this kid at running.
here on the sideline of Burke County.
Well, they're going to go nuts right now as the Bears come up with a huge stop on 4th down to stop this Thomson drive.
Yeah, that was interesting. They brought in Roberts to run it there on 4th down, and nowhere to go. Brought down, and in there on the play was Bracely, Caden Bracely, number 52, one of the key guys to make that stop. So, again, that's the 3rd time where Thomson has had a drive where they pick up yardage, and then it stalls, and the defense gets a stop. Remember, they've, in the first quarter, moved right up and down the field and had a couple of drives halted. They had a field goal blocked. And here they don't get it on 4th down, and Burke County gets the ball back.
A lot of great football players have come through here over the years. And in a moment, we're going to talk about what may be one of the greatest athletes ever to come through this area. We'll get the first down play in first.
And they go to Williams, and we did, thanks to Kira, we did find out that is Amari Williams at number 1. We had, just to let you guys know, if we didn't hear it earlier, we had two rosters showing him with a number 1 or a number 2, depending on which roster you looked at.
We kind of had to guess our way through the first half, but thank you to Kira for the journalism on the sidelines, finding out that it is, in fact, Amari Williams. And on stop for Thomson was Jamarian Barnes on 1st down. Gain of 3, it'll be 2nd and 7.
Barnes had a nice play in the first half, too, defensively. So now the Thomson defense needs to step it up and get the ball back for their offense. And this looks like Flournoy, the big sophomore running back. They get 2 stops already in this half. They were not able to stop Burke in the second quarter, but keep in mind, one of Burke County's touchdowns did come on that block punt that gave them the ball inside the, right near the goal line. So Thompson's offense comes back out with Jones and Story, so that means Jones will be at receiver.
Man, if I'm running behind 79.
Running behind 79 with number 26 would be a pretty good idea.
Jalen Riles takes up a lot of real estate out there.
Jones in motion. And they go to Jeffrey, but only short yardage here, about 2 or 3.
Yeah, Burke County will take that every down now.
Making the play again. He's had a good night defensively as Jakari Crawford.
As we start to think about the McDonald's offensive and defensive player of the game.
Defensively, you could argue that the punter has been pretty good for Burke County.
Don't know that we've ever had a punter.
We have.
We have.
I think we have. Yeah.
We had one of those Iowa type games. We had to.
Yeah, too.
Throwing shade at the Big Ten. Story.
Ooh. Huge hit.
Mercy.
We've had 2 monster hits, one for Thomson and now one for Burke County that could be up for hit of the game.
Demond Jackson throwing his hat in the ring.
Did he get there too quick? He did.
Georgia Health Center play of the game.
Good job by the crew getting that shot. But yeah, Thomson, remember earlier we had the big hit from Feltz. And then that one. Lane in motion.
Story incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, Story just threw it a little high. Receiver unable to hang on. And again, not putting the Story kid down, but it just seems like the offense has been moving better when Jones is in there at quarterback.
Yeah, you got to punt this football too early to be going for it.
Yeah, Story, though, does stay in because he is the punter. Yeah, and your defense has played pretty well. Actually, other than the long touchdown pass, the defense has played pretty good tonight for Thomson. And I don't think no one was set there.
Yeah, that's definitely a false start.
It's almost like the center just walked in and said, I'm just going to snap it when I'm ready. I don't care what you guys are doing.
An illegal substitution on the offense. 4th down.
So the long and the short of that is it will remain fourth
Yeah.
down. Just
Well,
back them up a little bit.
Yeah, every yard counts, I think, in this one tonight. It's going to be one of these games. We said, last year came down to a play at the goal line. It seems like every year it does with these two teams, and so every yard does count. So Story needs a good kick here, and then you need another good stand by the
Rough
defense.
snap. Here come the Bears. They got another one.
Wow.
Two blocked punts for Burke County tonight.
Franklin Stevens has got to be thrilled, but man, Michael Youngblood is not going to be pleased with his punting team.
Pretty sure that's the last time you'll see him punt, no matter where they are the rest of this game.
I believe it was Markel Kelly that got in there.
There was a bunch of them.
There were
That's
at
the
least
problem.
two blue shirts in there.
I mean, he almost took the ball off the punter's leg and just kept running.
Burke County coaches are fired up.
Let's quickly run down to Kira Goldstein.
Hey guys, I'm down here on the sideline. As you can see, we have a really cool t-shirt cannon going on the sideline. They're going to be shooting shirts into the crowd, and the crowd is loving it. They're getting those free t-shirts. I could not be more excited.
And their Bears with great field position at the 32-yard line inside the final minute of the third quarter.
And Storm Hunt makes the tackle along with Phelps on Williams. Short pickup there, about 2 or 3. Well, now you really need to stop if you're Thomson, because Burke County's kicking game's pretty solid. But you need to at least keep them out of the end zone touchdown-wise. They are knocking on the red zone door at least.
A little too wide. There's a flag on the near side.
That could have been a big play had the receiver been able to hang on to it, the running back, and Tires. He had some running room, but he was unable to hang on to the football.
Again to that left
Is it legal
side.
formation on the offense?
Wouldn't have mattered anyway.
Yeah, but they keep, you're right, Nathan, you roll him out to that left, and he has not looked as effective there. When he's able to set his feet and throw it, and maybe even roll him to the right, might be more productive for him. There's a reason they're doing it. They see something we don't, I'm sure, but it hasn't worked out that well rolling that way.
Should be the final play of the third quarter, 2nd and 11. And it's Jensen Brantley.
Yeah.
Will barely get back to the line of scrimmage. And that will bring us to the conclusion of 3 quarters. We got to finish, fellas.
We got a game, that's
One
for sure.
score game. We had the fourth quarter, 12 minutes left to play. Burke County 14, Thomson 6. 12 minutes left in this one. 14-6. Burke County leads Thomson. Bears driving, but facing 3rd and 11 from the 32-yard line. Vandiver keeps, brought down eventually at the 28-yard line, so it's going to bring up 4th down and about 5 or 6. And now what do you do?
Yeah, it's such a weird spot in the field. I mean, in most games you go for it here, but I don't know that you can really punt.
Yeah, you can't punt from here. You're only, if you kick it in the end zone, you're only going to gain 9 yards.
It's a Ken Nugent 1 call. That's all moment for Franklin Stevens.
I don't know. I think you almost have to go for it. I know. I bet he wishes he was 10 yards further back. Then you probably punt it. But I think you go for it.
I would go for it. I just wouldn't roll him left.
Yeah.
You just take a shot to the end zone.
I think you try to get the first down.
Another player runs on late.
I would keep an eye on 18 if I'm Thomson, though. Gray. He can motor.
You see him at the bottom of your screen. Vandiver going to chunk it. There you go, Nathan, to the end zone. And it works out kind of like a punt.
Just because you want to get the ball in some open space for Lane because he can really run it. And that play does that perfectly. He just has to outrun the defensive end, which he easily did there.
Jones.
Got him.
Long. Just
wow.
led Tarikas Jones by a step too much. That would have been 6.
It looked like it was about to be 6, but
that was one of the ones that Kiffin would have been holding his hands up walking down the sideline.
Yeah. I mean, it was good. I mean, he set up perfectly, threw it. It looked good. It was just a little bit out of the reach of the receiver. Now, and the problem is now going for it there, you set her up with 3rd and short. If you don't get it, you can't go for it on 4th in this spot of the field. So there's a huge 3-yard play here. They need 3 yards for the first down, maybe 3.5.
Jones will keep. He'll be about 1.5 yards shy.
Yeah, they're going to have to punt it. It would be the gutsiest of gutsy calls if he goes for it, but I don't know how you can really.
Oh, I mean, I think the only reason if he does, I think it's because of the punting issues.
Yeah. You're right. That's a good point. Maybe you do go for it on 4th down and don't take the chance of punting it. But man, this spot of the field, you're almost putting the whole game on that one play. If you don't get it, you give Burke the ball inside the 20, and they are going to go for it.
I was going to say, fellas, the offense is still on the field.
I think he had enough after that last block.
Boy, this is a huge play.
Or do they just try to draw them off?
I can't imagine if they're not. Yeah, they got to try to draw them off, right?
They're not going to do anything right now.
I think he avoided a penalty there.
Timeout, Thomson.
Calling the timeout. Let's see. He's going to think it over.
Their first timeout of the second half. All right, you've had a chance to think about it. Let's get to that BrandSmart USA trivia question. Again, we're at the bird dog capital of the world. Thomson, though, is the Camellia City of the South. What hole at Augusta National is known? There's named Camellia.
I've got 3 in my mind.
Well, you can only pick 1.
I know. I thought 4. I don't think it's that. I think it's either
AB. I've got 18 in my mind.
It's either 9 or 10. I'm thinking. I don't think it's 8. I'm going to go 9.
Is that your final answer?
That's my final answer.
The answer is.
Oh! 10. I said it. Oh my gosh.
The beautiful bunker.
One of the hardest holes in golf.
I said 9 or 10. I went with 9 like a moron.
Close only counts in.
That is going to crush me because at one point in my life I knew all those holes back years ago.
So you're batting 500. That's still not bad.
Yeah, that's okay.
They're still going for it here.
They are still going for it. 4th and 2. Still with 8:19 to play. Thompson's got to go now with only 1 time left. Jones.
Oh, and he gets it. Jeffrey with a great block, and Jones made 1-man miss to get the first down.
And a gutsy call by Michael Youngblood.
You know what?
Let's put it mildly.
Hey, I'm going to give him credit. It's a gutsy call, but like Nathan said, it was also a little bit out of necessity because the punting game had struggled. But gutsy call there by Coach Youngblood and Tiernan and the staff at Thomson.
Needed 2, got 5. 1st and 10 Bulldogs at the 25.
Yeah, Jeffrey with a good block, and then Jones made somebody miss.
Same play.
A lot of room to run there.
This one across the 40 and another first down.
Yeah, Jones has played great tonight. Continues to play well.
$14 yards.
He's starting to pile up some pretty good total yardage when you talk about rushing, receiving, and passing.
1st and 10 from the 39.
And there's
It's
Lane.
Oh, powerful run. Close to another first down. It'll be about a yard shy.
Yeah, Lane's known as more the speed guy, not delivering the blows, but there he delivered a hit to Jeremy Richardson, who made the tackle. And Thomson looking good on this drive now after they picked up that 4th down. Watch this at the end of the play. A big collision between Lane and Jeremy Richardson.
It gave him 8, 2nd and 2.
Thomson again, at the end of the night, the total yardage is going to look like Thomson won this football game. And
Jones going to be dragged down about a yard shy of the line to make, 2 yards shy, and that's going to bring up 3rd down.
Yeah, that was Richardson along with number 23, Markel Kelly. Kelly has played well tonight. This whole Burke County defense has played pretty good. Again, they've bent, but they haven't broken. And huge drive here. They're trying to get another stop, and this is another big play, 3rd and 3. Jeffrey back in for Lane. On these plays, they've gone with Jones running the ball.
Well, let's put it this way, and it's not going to matter. If you're going to go for it from your own 20, you'd have gone for it from your own 48, but it's going to be another first down. The Bulldog drive continues. Across midfield into Burke County territory goes Jeffrey.
Jeffrey's yardage is starting to add up a little bit. It's probably in that 70 to 80-yard range, maybe a little more.
8-yard pickup.
84.
There you go. Now here's, again, if you're Thomson, though, the problem is your kicking game has struggled. You need a touchdown, a 2-point conversion just to tie it. And here's Roberts in there at quarterback, and he'll run it.
Pick up a 4.
And he does get out of bounds, stopping the clock. And I say that because
time's a factor now.
Yeah, they might need 2 possessions if they're going to come back and win. And Coach Stevens is wanting that clock to run. He'll take a 14-6 win and be thrilled with it. Again, his first 9 seasons as a head coach, he had 2 state titles, won 112 games, and lost only 12.
Wow. This is Roberts again. He'll have the first down. Fights his way to the 35-yard line. Clock will stop to move the chains with 5:50 left to play.
Did he get the first down?
Yes.
Oh, there we go. I'll say for a second there, it looked like they were keep looking down the line at it, but he gets the first down.
From the 37. Jeffrey runs one man over, but gain of 3.
20 plays, 99 yards in 9 minutes and 11 seconds.
9 minutes and 11 seconds.
2 fourth-down conversions.
Super impressive drive because they didn't have any big plays, really.
Listen to this Bear crowd.
Oh, man, this is huge.
Timeout.
And now the Bears will take timeout to think about it.
As you might imagine,
this for the tie.
No! Burke County's defense makes the play. And look, all the receivers are saying, hey, we were open. He didn't have time to really do anything.
Brandon Lively, Caden Bracely, the first two in for the game-saving tackle for Burke County.
I love it, though, on the
your Facebook page.
Well, hey, the one game I get wrong, I might have gone 9-1, and you're going to give me a hard time.
The Bears going to try to salt this thing away. Jeremy Richardson picks up a couple. They're not worried about yards right now. They're worried about tick-tock, tick-tock. 100 seconds now.
Well, we also got to pick the McDonald's offensive and defensive players of the game.
That we do.
Guys, we got some great finishes in the area tonight with Bryan County and Lincoln County, Midland Valley, Grovetown, and North Augusta Evans, but we're not going to give you that info. We're going to make you watch football Friday night.
Yeah, 11:35 WJBF. I know Brendan and Graham are back at Television Park watching the end of this one and putting together those furious finishes across the area. All those scores and highlights coming up for you. None of them better than this.
Yeah, just trying to think of the offensive and defensive players of the game.
Another 3-yard pickup. Clock inside a minute now. Again, Thomson can't do anything.
But nothing to hang your head. I mean, you know, they last year they did the same thing. They went on to win a state title, so it can happen. Don't know if they have the goods this year, but man, impressive win for Burke County. Very, very impressive.
Well, stick around. Don't go anywhere because the post-game show is coming up. And we will have our McDonald's offensive and defensive players of the game, the Georgia Health Department hit of the game, the Powerade play of the game. Still plenty to go here in Waynesboro as we all catch our breath after a 14-12 win by Burke County over Thomson.
Yeah, a lot of mutual respect down there among these players. Ja'Kias Jones, I've seen several Burke County players kind of seek him out and congratulate him on a great game. And the Bears did this with a sophomore quarterback making his first start, and he threw a 60-yard TD that turned the game around to Gray, who played outstanding. And
it looks like the whole team is headed over to our set for the McDonald's offensive and defensive player of the game.
I love it. You know what? I love it. I hope they are. Go root their guys on. I love it. You know, there was some talk when Franklin Stevens got here. I heard some rumblings. There were some folks not happy with how things were and all that.
They're happy tonight.
Well, and the players after the game all in their you know, it was a pretty special moment there at the end of the game.
All right, well, we're going to try to grab Coach Stevens and those players of the game after this. Your final score once again, Burke County 14, Thomson 12. Post-game show coming up.
Coach, this was a big win. I know you had beat Thomson up on the wall. Can you talk to me about how you just started off the season?
Well, I mean, I think it's great. I'm proud of what these guys went out and did tonight, which is winning. You know, we tried not to build this up too much. We knew it was a big rivalry, but at the same time, you know, like we told them, this doesn't make the season. You know, 1-0, 0-1, the sun's going to come up tomorrow. We still got to go to work and get ready for a game next week. But I couldn't be more proud of what our guys did. You know, we had to fight through cramps. You had to fight through the heat. And these guys just kept persevering and playing and playing and playing. And, you know, Thomson did some good things. He's been a good football team. But at the same time, our guys, they found a way to win tonight, and that's what it's about in high school football.
You mentioned your team's perseverance, and we talked earlier in the week about how they have the intangibles. Can you talk about the things off the field, the mentality that they had to get the win tonight?
Well, you know, we pride ourselves on being bear-built. And, you know, when I came in, we defined that bear-built. It's about your family, about your effort, about your toughness, your discipline, your commitment, and your pride. And tonight, our guys, that's what they did. You know, on our workout shirts, we hold those hands up. And that's what it's about. It's about being bear-built. And tonight, these guys were an example of what bear-built is all about.
What a way to start the season. But you mentioned that 1-0, 0-1, it doesn't matter. What is going to be your message to the team to keep them focused for the rest of the season?
Well, we got another game, and we've got to take the same approach. So whatever's going on Sunday, we've got to take care of business on Sunday. Then we got to take care of business on Monday. We can't worry about what's going to happen at the end of the week. We got to worry about what can we do each and every day to be the best we can be, and that's the focus of it. And that's hard for high school kids, but you got to try to convince them to understand that, hey, it's about day-to-day preparation and focusing on what's going on. Great win tonight, unbelievable win against the odds and everything else. We had to fight through. Like I said, once cramps set in, now it's tough, and we had an idea what was going to happen. Maybe not that bad, but at the same time, they fought through it. So we got to fight through another week. I mean, I'm not sure what the weather's going to be. Are we going to go in the gym and have to practice like we did this past week? Are we going to have to get? It's just never know. So whatever happens, it's about bear build. We just face it with a bear build mentality.
A great way to start the season. Thank you so much for the time, Coach.
Right, thank you.
The game. There's a lot to choose from tonight.
Well, yeah, you did several. See if we do. Yeah, we're going with that one, and it was a good one by Felts for Thomson, number 9. That is Cervantes Felts, and he gets our hit of the game, and it was a big one.
And that brings us to our Powerade play of the game.
I got a feeling I know what this one's going to be.
I have a feeling I do too.
Yeah, turn the game around. The 60-yard touchdown pass from Sean Vandiver to Gray. And took it into, and Gray got behind the defense several times tonight with his speed. Terrific game for him.
Which is an interesting segue back to the field for our offensive and defensive players of the game. Kira.
Yeah, guys, I'm here with our offensive player of the game, Rondarius Gray. And Gray, you had a 68-yard touchdown that really changed the momentum of the game. Can you talk to me a little bit about the offensive performance tonight?
We just executed it. It was a one-on-one matchup. We won it. He just threw it up. I caught it. That's how I go.
That's how it goes. That's Bear Bill. Well, congratulations. You are offensive player of the game. All right, we're going to hand that to him, and then we'll move on over to our defensive player of the game. We got Brandon Lively. Brandon, this defense was huge, and that's really a huge part of what won the game tonight. Can you talk to me about the defensive performance?
You know what they say, offense sells tickets, defense wins championships. We've been preparing for Thomson since Coach Franklin got here all the way at the beginning of the year. And, there was all this talk, defending state champs. They were 14-1. If we did it once, we could do it twice. And I had no doubt in my mind that we were going to come out here, play 11 has to the ball, and get it done.
Well, what a way to start the season. You are our defensive player of the game. Thank you, boys, so much. Big congratulations to Burke County. John and AV, we're going to send it back up to you.
All the scores and highlights coming up on the season premiere of Football Friday night, 11:35 over on WJBF News Channel 6. We will be back with you 1 week from tonight from Laney Walker Boulevard when the Laney Wildcats play host to the Hepzibah Rebels. That's 1 week from tonight right here on Game Night Live. Until then, for Kira Goldstein on the sidelines, Nathan, AB, we thank you for joining us tonight. We'll see you 1 week from tonight. Until then, good night from Waynesboro.